notice the pirates are about to engage us. We have ourselves a labor leader. I don't think I want to hire him just yet. Not until after, because what is it? He simply provides a bonus to the entire system he's in. Let's see, he's an experienced industrial leader, providing a bonus of 40% to system-wide production value output. So, if I had a nice system that's all about production, he would be good. But I think I'm going to turn him down for now. He would reject the wisdom of eons to save a few coins. Don't worry, I will have you later. Nope. Alright, there we are. We are going to intercept them. We should be in relatively good shape. They did blockade my system there a little bit, but they could do nothing to the planet, I think. They could not bombard in that, so I should be in good shape. And we repeat again. This time though, we have ourselves a carrier that has a fleet of little fighters. So I think I want to kill those those fighters first, unless I could kill that junk raider quickly. Same strategy before. Don't really care about fighting them at range, so I'm just going to take them out once they get in prime firing range. Especially since it has missile launchers that'll need to be dealt with. Nope, they're gonna have to dodge those missiles. Because they're about to hit. Ooh, took a good flank hit. Jesus, that carrier is actually well armed. It has shields on that thing. I underestimate this carrier. Alright, let's try and keep our right side to it to minimize damage. So we're okay. We did lose one of our frigates though, which is a little unfortunate, but we did manage to keep the other one there, which apparently was our original ship. The first one we had that had the metal, so that is scary. I need to be prepared for another assault like that. I underestimate that carrier. That thing was well armed. And meanwhile, now that that threat's dealt with, I'm going to go explore this bottom right here, because I need to get contact with another race to help with my trading. Now we're done with this. 21 turns for the colonies, so don't think I can do that yet. So start building my fleet to deal with the pirates, as well as prepare my aggression to the Coursing Collective. I'm gonna go get myself ready for war, I think. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but the colony ship's almost done. So we shall get that right now. And we got our defensive flares. So we're gonna have to try our luck. See if I'm able to get there in time. But first off, now let's build us our carrier. We already got a standard carrier class to start off with, so is this one I want to work with? We got flat cannons for the point defense weapons. I don't think I need side armor so much if this is just going to be hanging back in a defensive role, I think. And with 3 fighters, I could probably get away with cutting off some of this armor. What do I replace armor with, though? Because this is basically how the ship design works. I don't have any room for like defensive flares on this thing, so I can get solar armor though. Actually, that would save some spots. How much is that though? 3 and 1 for that. So let me try this again, and we'll start. Oh, we bugged out a little bit because I know that's not supposed to happen. there. We replace that, that gives us a lot of power to work with. And start cutting some of that armor, because it will get a little bit costly. And we can cut one of the generators and put in a flare. Oh, we can't fit there anyway. That was a bit of a mistake. I don't think I need to fit the defensive flares, blah. There's another little bit of a blunder for me. I don't think I need defensive flares though. The flak will be good. I have lots of fighters. Maybe I can have some escort ship to kind of go with it there. So I can keep it as it is almost. I don't need to redesign the ship altogether. I just need to get an upgrade armor type. I can get rid of some of this energy since I won't need that. Now I just gotta figure out the use, what I can do with this all this extra energy. Is there anything I can throw on systems there? Sensor array would be handy. Yeah, this is actually a little bit too much, I think. I can throw some extra engines on, give it a little bit of mobility. And then get some ordnance in. I think that will work out well. There's an issue with ammo for some reason, I don't know why. Energy ammo will draw their ammo from power capacitors. Okay, I think I need a little bit more power, that might be why. So maybe I want an extra power after all. Actually, let me get those solar panels back on. And then that'll give us the slots we need for extra... Do I need extra ammo? According to this, I am perfectly fine, so... I just need to figure out what else I can throw on. I'll just throw on the extra fuel for its longevity. This will be... because the armor is technically the same, is it not? Let's see, according to this, the health is 1250 and steel armor is also 1250, so get the extra power demand, a little bit more engines. Yeah, it looks like I can get away with more engines, so... It's probably a little bit unnecessary though, but that will be the next phase. Especially once I start getting more ships, the solar armor will be of use. Especially when I start getting fusion engines. So we'll just stick with that, the Mark II variant of the Wells class carrier. And we got ourselves a fighter that can, or at least a carrier. That'll take 14 turns to build, so we can get ourselves started. And we can build our escort class ship, which I am pretty fond of. That is what I used in my last game there, and that has access. That basically will give me the flares I need for defensive maneuvers and laser cannons for point defense and rockets at that. So we are sitting pretty. So 12 turns for these cruisers. So the last thing we need before we start building them is the Fleet Academy, I think. Because what this does, it will build upgrade levels for my ships, making them more capable as they are built. Then we are ready to start fighting. So let's get this colony ship going and hope we can get it done in time. So where do I want to go now? We got rail rifles for ground troops, pulse cannons for ships. We got access to fusion beams, but that's a later tech. Well, actually, they're all later tech now at this point, so there's a lot of choices to go through. I think I want Imperial Bank to kind of help fund my efforts for later on down the road, because I'm already, my income so far is completely equaled out, so I need more profits. So I might need to build myself another freighter. If possible, get myself another colony ship. Where can I put that though? Because maintenance penalty is going to hurt me now until I get my income going. So I honestly don't know what I can do next there. Size for maybe this anomaly. Right, I have encountered the Wolvar. And like I said, I did not want to encounter them just yet, so... And here's the reason why. They are militaristic, so they value weapons and military tech. They have 50% normal. They are evil. Do I really need to say anything else? They're often prolific slavers and make unprovoked attacks for the purpose of taking slaves. They value expansions, so more value if I were offering plants, and of course hard negotiators, so they are going to be tricky. But thankfully I have weapon tech to offer them. It's just a question of what I can get more value out of. So 240 for my starting tech, and then everything else upgrades to 360 if it's related to fighting. And they already got quite some good upgrades. So there's an example of how I can get myself ahead by training with these different factions. So using Ion Beam, because they're militaristic, I can get some extra value there and maybe a bit more extra credits. How high can I get? There we go, I get 25 free credits. Not much there, but it's a start. They do have protofill cash, but that is going to be expensive to get, so I have access to 2 different sources of protofill. And we do get the trade of the automated rover bay, which is basically the alternative tech that I chose over here. Where is it? Yeah, there's automated rover bay, and I chose the Xeno mine, so I actually get the benefit of both techs now as a result. So if I can keep gaining access to the other races, then that will work out for me in the end. And I'm gonna have to work fast to get that territory. They are not gonna be happy with me taking that system, but I don't think I have a choice. This is gonna go pretty horrible for me, I think. But now with rover bays and that, I can get production and everything going, but I actually need to save up on because of the maintenance costs. How do I build up more credits at this point? Because colony gross, I can actually start taxing people. So that's maybe an idea. Since here's my layout on my citizens, so I can boost it up a little bit. Although since my faction is greedier, I will get less value from that. So it is not the best way to deal with that. But we are at least working. Our faction, all my systems are well operational. And I'm about to get my third system here. It's going to be an awkward spot. And we get our Imperial Banks. But that's going to be something after I get my fleet going. Now we're on to our next tech, and I am tempted to get some kind of upgrade energy. Fusion beam is tempting though, because it would upgrade my fighter carriers. This is a tough choice. I also have access to mass drivers, which are a big deal too. I can use those as base to kind of equip my cruisers as be like sniper cannons. So you can't really go wrong with mass drivers at this point. So we're gonna try and leave it, get the mass drivers first. We've got our free world. It's gonna be hard to maintain. Racial profiling, you love it, we love to do it. On today's episode, we're taking a look at the newcomers calling themselves the polyp symbiosis. The polyp symbiosis, cute plant people or invasive species. They've been around since just after the last wipe, and yet they are only now starting to put those star drives to good use. We've reached out to them for comment, and here's what they have to say. Oh, sunlight, am I on some sort of space TV? Great! Well, anyway, we're just looking forward to getting out there and planting some roots. You know, there's plenty of galaxy for everyone. Aren't they just charmingly naive? Or is their apparent innocence all a sinister deception? We're sure to find out. Found out, it says there. That's probably a typo, so we're going with my way. We're sure to find out as the cycle progresses. We report, you decide. So we got our new colony there. This one's going to be a big risk. So I'm going to need to get my production underway. And I have a few ideas of what I can do here to help defend the system. Because now I'm pretty well spread out. And we get our 500 BC. So that's going to help accelerate my growth. So I have an idea here. We're gonna get started on our ships. And then first off, we're gonna get one of these construction vessels. Because basically what I can do with that is I can make like a highway in space to help speed up my progress. So that's gonna be pretty essential for me. So mines are going. Can I keep this? Yeah, I want to get the production going as much as possible because I do have the food for it. I just got to be careful. My creds are going to start impacting me quite a bit. Hello, you know what would be great if you trade us your fighter bay technology. And it would be really the opposite of that if you didn't. So what can I get out of them then? Because the tech they have available is kind of significant. Is it possible to get a colony? No, it is not, because look at the value to get that colony, Jesus. Unless that happens to be their homeworld, which I doubt. Apparently not, they only have one pop on there and it requires so much to get it. So, yeah. Don't think it's too much of a good idea, but we can get a trade agreement out of them, so that's going to be handy to help with my growing marketing problems. So I think I'm willing to give them that tech. Or is there something else I can give them? They don't get any bonus value from anything. So I'm going to give them the fighter base. I should have tried to get more out of that though. I think I just made a bit of a mistake there. So we have explored a land now, which offers us a wormhole. So this is I now have access to probably a key route to bypass the Coruscant Collective. And since I just successfully trade with them, I think they're less likely to want to kill me. So actually I think I can divert my attention to the Wolvar. I just need to deal with this little issue over here, or be prepared for it.